All right. Moving on. Last but not least, John, tell us what you think of Hitman 3. Hold on.
Man.
Hold on. Keep in mind, me and Connor are not fans of stealth-like games,
Hmm.
so this game does not
And I'm
kind
not
of.
either.
Yeah, I know. Neither are you. But this game, like for me and Connor, it doesn't appeal to us really at all. So try and pitch us on like what you think is so great about this game.
All right. Yeah, starting off, Hitman 3 is great. It I say this so much on the podcast here, but it is an example of the perfect sequel. It takes everything that came before it, brings it back, and it just improves on it even more. So Hitman 3, if you own Hitman 2 and as well the DLC pack for the Hitman 1 games in there, you can transfer all of your progress over. So it's all coming with you. You don't have to keep Hitman 2 or Hitman 1 downloaded on your console. And they've also compressed the file so it's even smaller on there. It's like Hitman 2 with all of the files was like 110 gigs, I want to say. Hitman 3 with everything, all three games in it, is like 70 gigs. They've just compressed everything way down. The maps themselves are great. They're trying brand new things with it. It's not always just go out there, find the target, find a way to kill him in a creative way. There's still that in there, but they're adding in like all this new like story based stuff and everything. Like there's one mission where you start out on this road and you go down and you're hiding from these secret agents and everything, and you have to take the secret agents out before you can actually start the mission. There's also one where you talk to Diana, who is the person in your ear all the time, like telling you how to go about things. She's infiltrated Providence, the secret society, and you have to do the entire mission while protecting her as well as taking out the two targets. There's just so much there. It's really great stuff. They've expanded the like assassination things in the mission stories now. So there's a lot of, in the past, mission stories would give you just one way to take out the target. It was just like, okay, follow this kind of a storyline kind of thing, follow this, and this is how you take them out. Now there's a bunch of missions that you get to a certain point in there, and it like diverges into like 4 different ways that you can kill the target, which is amazing. Like you can explore all these different ways, as well as have like the shoot the target, strangle them, poison them, drown them, like all these just tons and tons of ways to go about killing them. Like it's just a giant playground that you are just let free in. Man, it's so good. Yeah, there's just, I'm not much of a stealth guy, but like the stealth mechanics in here are good. Like I don't think they're amazing by anything, but it's just hide, uh, knock out someone, steal their costume, and you can get through certain areas without starting combat or anything. The stealth combat, the stealth stuff is really focused on disguises and just like talking your way through things and having the right item at the right time, sneaking around. It's nothing like, I would say, oh, I don't play a lot of stealth games, so I guess I can't really make
Like
any
Last
good
of Us,
comparisons.
like compared
Last
to like
of
a
Us,
Last of Us mission
yeah,
where it's just pure sneaking.
yeah, just like pure sneaking, and it's, oh, I hope that they don't hear me while I crouch by. This one, it's just, okay, I've knocked out this guy. I've got this guard uniform. This guy over here, okay, he's gonna let me through this checkpoint now. But there's another guy around the corner that he will notice that I'm not a real guard. Like there's a thing over his head showing, hey, if this guy sees me, he's gonna point me out and he's gonna start a fight with me. So I have to find a way to get around him. I have to distract him. I have to throw something around him. I have to cause an explosion over here so I can go over there. It's just so much you can do in the game, man.
I think
It's
one of my
really
biggest
great.
problems with stealth games has always been that feeling of, well, if I'm spotted once or I make one wrong move, that's it. I'm fucked. I have to start over again. I have to, you know, reapproach this from a different angle or whatever. Does this kind of contain that same feeling? Or is it a little bit more whimsical and open in terms of like, okay, you fucked this up, but that's totally fine. Like, there's a path to recovery. You have options,
Mhm.
as opposed to just locking you out.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely there. If you want to get the best rating in the game, which is called Silent Assassin, Silent Assassin is you're not seen at all, or like you're not. People know that they don't know that you're an infiltrator. The body isn't found. You're not recorded on cameras or anything. If you want to go for that, then yeah, you'll have to like start over and everything. But if I just walk into an area, pull out my gun and shoot someone, yeah, people are going to come after me and shoot me and everything. But if I get away and steal someone's disguise, they don't recognize you. So you're pretty much just starting over. After a while, when everyone gives up on fighting, they go back to what they normally do.
A little bit of that PS2 logic, like,
Yeah.
well, I don't know where he went.
Absolutely.
Back to the post.
Absolutely. And that's part of the reason why I love it, is because that kind of thinking on it, like, they don't go the like whole, okay, Agent 47 is a white bald man, okay? You'll like come by this guy who's like arguing with this guy. He's like, oh yeah, I want to come in, but no, I'm not going to let you search me or anything. So he walks off on his own. You steal his thing. He had like a full head of hair and everything. All you did was put on his jacket and they think you're him. And like your voice changes and everything. You're a white man now. Like it's insane. like them letting you get away with that, but it just helps make the game so much more fun.
I do have a burning question about
Mm-hmm.
Hitman 3. In Hitman 2, you had the homing briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything equally as ridiculous that you've gotten your hands on so far?
If you unlocked it in Hitman 2, you can just carry it over.
Really? So you get the homing briefcase again?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, so when in Hitman 2, well, in all the Hitman games, when you aim to throw an item at someone, it's just a lock-on system and everything. And once you press it, he always nails the target because he's the perfect assassin. But with that being said, the briefcases, when you throw them, they would go pretty slow as they would travel through the air. And people noticed in Hitman 2, if you threw it at someone who was like rounding a corner or something, the briefcase would just slowly move around and hit him. It's brilliant because there's this level where you're on this vacation getaway, and you can throw it at people getting on jet skis and they like ride around. If you throw it at them at the right time, it just follows them all the way around until they stop, and then it hits them and knocks them into the water. It's absolutely brilliant.
Awesome. So it's almost like a stealth game mixed with Wile E. Coyote in Roadrunner.
There's definitely aspects of it. You can take it more serious and everything, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna get in here, I'm gonna get this disguise, hide this body in this chest freezer and everything, gonna set this thing up so it just comes falling on him and everything. And then there's the times where I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for a mission. Okay, there's a mission here where I have to poison the guy. I'm gonna steal this thing, I'm gonna fight my way through, gonna poison him, and then I'm just gonna run out. So it just really depends how you want to play the game.
Yeah, I don't know. For me personally, I feel like it's a game I'd much rather watch videos of than play.
That's actually where I started getting into the game. So I back when Hitman 1 was announced, I was like, okay, this isn't my thing. I had tried Hitman Absolution and it was fine and everything, but never really captured me or anything. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch one of my favorite YouTube channels outside Xbox, because they do a lot of Hitman stuff, and that's really where I got into it. I was like, oh, I love the way that they're handling this. Like, there's one guy he's super serious into like the sneakiness and getting the silent assassin. There's another guy that just likes exploding people, and then Jane, the woman, she's like kind of in between there. So it's just like really good seeing like just how you can go about everything so differently, and that's what I love about it. I definitely think we need to do some Let's Plays where I can just at least show you what the game is like.
Yeah, I'm definitely down for that, and I think we're planning on recording one of those.
Yep.
Pretty soon here.
I do have one last question. If the judge will allow it. Judge Joel Campos, will you allow my final question?
Don't worry about him. He plays Fortnite.
Sure.
Just ask him.
John.
I know. I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Objection!
Hitman movie, yay or nay?
Oh no. Ew, no.
Okay.
No, neither of them. No. No.
Wait,
No.
Isn't that
no.
a thing though? Aren't
Yeah,
there?
there's two of them. There's two of them. Yeah.
Okay.
The first
I thought
one was
I'd heard
so
the
bad.
newer one was okay.
The first one was so bad they rebooted it, and it was bad again.
Wait, aren't they making a new one though, or no? Am I correct?
That's probably the newer one. It's not that old. It came out just a few years ago.
Nah, I think it's like early 2010s.
2015 Hitman Agent
Oh,
47.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
See, I knew it wasn't
my
terribly long
God.
ago.
Yo, like
The original was 2007.
I'm like looking at the cover art for that movie, and it looks like a rip-off version of Hitman.
It pretty much is. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I don't really have much of an affinity with Hitman's early days or anything, but this trilogy that came out, I recently wrote a feature about how this is one of the best trilogies of the last decade in video games, and
It's high praise.
I completely believe that. I think these are games that you should at least try once.
Cool. Yeah, I'll consider it. I don't know, are any of them on Game Pass or anything? Actually, I think I own Game Pass 2 on Steam.
Hitman
You
1
own-
used to
Wait,
be.
hold the fuck
Hitman
up.
2.
No.
Hitman
Hold
2.
up.
I own
There's a
Hitman 2
sequel
on
to
Steam.
Game Pass? What the
Game
fuck?
Pass 2. You probably haven't heard about it yet. It's got Fall
Game
Guys.
Pass 2 Electric Boogaloo.
It's got Fall Guys, but nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all Fall Guys. Yeah.
Yeah.